Hello, good evening. Thank you very much for joining us here on Times Now. This is The Nation Wants to Know and I am Heena Gambhir. Viewers, who will win Delhi Ka Dil? Small in size but very crucial, full of significance. Well, Delhi used to be the battleground at one point in time between the big two, the BJP and the Congress. And then came Arvind Kejriwal like a tsunami. He not only dethroned Sheila Dikshit, but also virtually wiped out the big two. Many believe that Arvind Kejriwal enjoys a unique position in Delhi as the two parties which were decimated in the last elections do not have one face for Delhi to challenge him. Till now, in Delhi, it used to be Kejriwal versus who? But today, as Prime Minister Narendra Modi entered the poll fray, the blistering attack he launched against the Aadmi Party government in Delhi, and specifically, he made it Prime Minister Modi versus Kejriwal battle. Well, before we get an answer to this question, let's hear what the Prime Minister said.
ये आपदा दिल्ली पर आई है और इसलिए दिल्ली वालों ने आपदा के विरुद्ध जंग छेड़ दी है। अन्ना हजारे जी को सामने करके कुछ कट्टर बेईमान लोगों ने दिल्ली को आपदा में धकेल दिया। मैं भी कोई शीश महल बना सकता था, लेकिन मेरे लिए तो मेरे देशवासियों को पक्का घर मिले, यही एक सपना था।
And soon after this, Arvind Kejriwal, the Aadmi Party chief, gave a point-by-point rebuttal. Has he accepted the fight? Well, again, we will try and get an answer to this question in just a bit. But first, listen in to his response.
आज प्रधानमंत्री जी बोले दिल्ली में आपदा आई हुई है। कई बार उन्होंने कहा दिल्ली में आपदा आई हुई है, दिल्ली में आपदा। आपदा दिल्ली में नहीं आई, आपदा भाजपा में आई हुई है। तीन तरह की आपदा भाजपा में आई हुई है। पहली आपदा, भाजपा के पास सीएम चेहरा नहीं है। दूसरी आपदा, भाजपा के पास नैरेटिव नहीं है, उन्हें पता ही नहीं चुनाव किस मुद्दे पे लड़ना है। तीसरी आपदा, भाजपा के पास कोई भी एजेंडा नहीं है इस चुनाव के लिए। एक आपदा दिल्ली में आई हुई है, वो है कानून व्यवस्था। दिल्ली के अंदर खुलेआम गैंगस्टरों की गोलियां चल रही हैं, लेकिन अमित शाह को सुनाई नहीं दे रही। दिल्ली के अंदर महिलाएं रो रही हैं, चीख रही हैं, चिल्ला रही हैं, उनकी चीख पुकार अमित शाह के और मोदी जी के कानों तक नहीं पहुंच रही।
The question is, where does it leave the Congress party, which is also trying very hard, by the way, to make it a triangular fight? With Prime Minister Modi sounding the poll bugle today, will Rahul Gandhi step in too? Let's see. But first, listen in to the response to this war of words between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Arvind Kejriwal.
इतने बुरे हालात दिल्ली के कभी नहीं थे जो आज हैं, और उसके लिए सीधे सीधे भारतीय जनता पार्टी की केंद्र सरकार जिम्मेदार है।
प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने सही कहा है कि दिल्ली को यदि बचाना है, आपदा को हटाना है और भाजपा को लाना है।
आम आदमी पार्टी की नीतियां कुछ इस प्रकार से रही हैं कि आम आदमी सर्विसेज से जो है वंचित रहा है।
And as Aap'da was the word of the day in this war of words, we ask who is the real Aap'da for Delhi and who will win Delhi Ka Dil? That's the debate that we have for you on The Nation Wants to Know this evening. Joining us on the debate this evening is Shivam Chawda, BJP spokesperson, R. Rajgopalan, senior journalist, Sanjay Jha, who is an author, live with us, and we will be joined by Siddharth Sharma, Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson as well in just a bit. Good evening to all of you. Thank you very much for joining us here on Times Now this evening. Sanjay Jha, let me begin this discussion with you. With Prime Minister Modi, sounding the poll bugle today, many are saying that he has clearly made it a fight between Prime Minister Modi and Arvind Kejriwal, BJP versus Aam Aadmi Party. Where does it leave the Congress party really?
Well, I think that's for the people of Delhi to decide. But I do believe that the Congress party, after facing a near extension in the last assembly election, definitely has a chance to make a bigger dent in vote shares. We'll have to wait and see how many seats they get. But I think the Congress party cannot be written off. And I do believe that the weaknesses of the Aadmi party and the duplicitous and the vulgar politics of the BJP will both help the Congress consolidate some gains. But, I was hearing in a news report, I did really listen to Mr. Modi's speech from the beginning to the end. He talked about the Sheesh Mahal allegation against Arvind Kejriwal. And as someone who's followed politics of Delhi very closely, I can tell you that for Mr. Modi to say that is rather rich and very disingenuous. Because if one man is living in a big Raj Mahal with the BJP working as his PR and legal counsel today, it is Mr. Gautam Adani. And I think India is paying a huge price for Mr. Modi's generosity, magnanimity, and love for this businessman friend of his from Gujarat. So I think Mr. Modi needs to take a deep breath. Don't be hypocritical. Everyone watches news channels. Everybody knows what's going on. It is a good election rhetoric. But I do believe that the way Mr. Kejriwal has reacted instantly, the moment Mr. Modi finished, Kejriwal gave a press conference. I think that is the way politics has to be, competitive and eventually for the common man.
Okay, interesting. And I want Mr. R. Rajgopalan to respond to what you have said, because as far as this Adani jibe is concerned, it really hasn't taken Congress party anywhere. We have seen the recent election results as well. Sanjay Jha mentioned it again today when we asked him very clearly that where does what we saw today leave the Congress party? Mr. R. Rajgopalan.
Prime Minister's speech was very thought-provoking. Prime Minister articulated the election rally very well, and the narrative he has set is going to be reverberated throughout the campaign period by one and all. Second, as Mr. Sanjay Jha says, there is no fight between Congress and AAP, Congress and BJP. It's a direct fight between AAP and BJP. Congress is nowhere in the picture. Congress is in Vietnam. Congress has gone from Vietnam to Sarada down. Almost all the leaders are very much disenchanted. There are 4 groups in Congress in Delhi: Ajay Makhan, Sandeep Surjewala, and other Sandeep Dikshit. Lot of that. My understanding, Heena, as Mr. Sanjay Jha has been debating with me for the last 5 years after he was suspended, never he won one election Congress, and he has been with me in Maharashtra election. And Sanjay Jha said, we are coming to power, we are coming. They are in a dream world. They are in a dream world. Similarly, Sanjay Jha's speech is today also, he has a dream. And the phobia on Adani that is going to kill them, I tell you, Congress will be routed, decimated in Delhi.
But it doesn't even seem to be in the fight this time, even though we are seeing a lot of attempts are being made by some leaders.
Only on television studios, JNU and coffee shops and
okay,
Sanjay.
I will get Sanjay Jha to respond to what you're saying. But before that, I want to ask one question. And this question is for the spokesperson of the BJP and the spokesperson of the Aadmi party on this debate this evening. But first, I'll go across to Shivam Chhabra of the BJP. With the way Prime Minister spoke about the governance model of the Aadmi party, Arvind Kejriwal, without, of course, naming him, the kind of blistering attack we saw that came from the Prime Minister, has it actually become a fight, which will have Prime Minister Modi versus Arvind Kejriwal? Because till now, the narrative used to be Kejriwal versus who? So has it now officially become Kejriwal versus Prime Minister Modi? This question is for both Shivam Chhabra as well as Siddharth Sharma. Shivam Chhabra, to you first.
Kejriwal ji is the so-called the ex-chief minister of Delhi, but Honorable Shri Narendra Modi ji is the Prime Minister of India. So there is no competition as of now, and I think the probably putting them the same versus each other should not be solving the purpose of Delhi.
Why I ask you this question, apologies, I'm interrupting you. I asked this question specifically because we have seen a pattern that in the last decade or so, clearly the narrative has been that as far as these 3 parties are concerned, Aam Aadmi party has a strong face, Arvind Kejriwal, Who do you have in the Congress who can challenge him? Who do you have in the BJP that can challenge him? But today, with the way Prime Minister spoke about things like Sheesh Mahal and many other things, has it become a direct fight between the Prime Minister and Arvind Kejriwal?
So the Sheesh Mahal has already been said by a lot of Bharatiya Janata Party leaders in Delhi. There's nothing new about it. The interesting part is you need to talk on the agenda. Now the agenda is the corruption that has prevailed in Delhi for past 10 years. It is historic. I mean, as we call Congress as the journey of the corruption, I would say they are the father of corruption. There's no difference at all. And I think the models there both the parties are following. I mean, I'm amazed to see what Sanjay Bhai was saying. I mean, the kind of, as rightly being pointed about Rajgopalan, they are basically going through an phobia. They are nowhere in Delhi. Congress party is decimized. Congress party is marginalized. There's not even a single MLA in Delhi, madam. That is the state of Congress party here in Delhi.
Sharma,
and as
your
for the Aadmi
response
party
to
is
what I
concerned,
asked.
the Kejriwal has to answer a lot of questions for Delhi.
I'll come to the points that were raised today, the Aap'da, that Prime Minister spoke about next. But first, a reaction on what I asked you earlier, Shivam Chabra. Siddharth Sharma.
So the question I heard, it's like, it's a situation Team India finds itself in Australia today. One superstar, Bumrah, nobody else playing. So the results everyone is ready to see. Now it is strange. It was very strange of BJP spokesperson to refer to the Congress spokesperson as Bhai and badmouth Arvind Kejriwal. That goes on to show who is on which team right now. Basically what has happened, Griha, is that we all know that Delhi votes for two governments. One, it votes for security. The other government, it votes for services. Now today in 39 minutes, the BJP's Pradhanji badmouthed a lot about the service provider government, that is Aadmi party. But there was a thundering silence on his part on what he was doing as service provider. That is a gangster Raj is happening in Delhi. The second important thing he said about was housing. Now BJP's Pradhanji today admitted that after taking rupees 3 lakh from you and returning only 4,700 back to you, he also commits the folly of taking credit for that. In Delhi, in its Delhi Sankalp Patra of 2020, BJP said it will provide permanent houses to everyone. Now 15 lakh people in Delhi need houses. Now BJP has given 4,000 houses in 5 years. And in the same 5 years, it has demolished nearly 3 lakh jugis. So it has made 3 lakh families homeless. And after demolishing these 3 lakh jugis, they told Purvanchalis that they will register 40 lakh people for the registered sites, because many from Purvanchal come to Delhi and live in Kachi colonies. That is, you can't call it illegal colonies, it is like Kachi colonies. Right. Now, after promising 40 lakh people registration, they have given only 25,000. So essentially what has happened, हिंदी में बोलते हैं ना, भाजपा में सच में आपदा है. उनको गम ये है कि दिल्ली में अवसर ही नहीं है, क्योंकि आशीर्वाद तो आम आदमी पार्टी को है. भाजपा के साथ ये दिक्कत है.
सवाल ये है कि आपदा है कौन? Because both the leaders today were very specifically using the word Aap'da, and that's what I now want to focus on. Siddharth Sharma, by the way, you haven't answered the direct question that I asked you. Let me give you one more chance and 10 seconds if you have a direct answer. Has it now become a fight between Prime Minister Modi and Arvind Kejriwal when it comes to the big faces as far as Delhi Dangal is concerned?
Griha, most of the political pundits and we politicians also are under the delusion in India that a voter, when he votes for some party to win. No, it's like recharging your phone. If I'm putting in 200 rupees, I need that much of data. Now, whether I choose Airtel or BSNL doesn't matter. Okay. A voter is voting for the services he is going to get. BJP is under the delusion that a voter is going to vote for some party to win. 18 lakh students in schools.
Voter is going to vote for the services that,
exactly.
Voter is getting. That's an important point. And I want to go across to Sanjay Jha. Because it's going to be very interesting to see the results of the upcoming Delhi elections. Because we heard today charges and counter charges. What is your assessment? Because both the leaders use the word Aap'da. The question is, who is the real Aap'da? And who can really win Delhi ka dil?
We will find out what this Aap'da story is in Delhi. But the Fafda model that Mr. Modi and Mr. Shah have brought to Delhi, India has paid a huge price. This Fafda model, this Thepla and Fafda model and the Dhokla model from Gujarat. And Shivamji knows I'm speaking the hard truth. He's going to keep a very poker face, but he knows I'm speaking the truth. The Gujarat model has been brought into India with very serious consequences on governance, on freedom of press, death of democracy, and obviously the destruction of institutions. And why I think it is important, and I think Siddharthji is correct on that aspect, that when you look at Delhi, and that is the whole, uniqueness of Delhi as this place for elections, this is where the capital is, this is where the diplomats are, and there is a fine line between where the state comes in and where the national issues come in. And I do believe that Mr. Modi's government has failed India on governance, on corruption, on basic respect of the constitution.
Okay.
And I think the people of Delhi are definitely going to vote out the BJP. And I do hope that the Congress and AAP will form a coalition government after this.
Congress and AAP will form a coalition government? I mean, that's very interesting, because last I remember was Mr. Arvind Kejriwal declaring on social media platforms that, there is no question of any kind of an alliance with the Congress party. Sanjay Jha, what are you talking about? The Aadmi party spokesperson is also doing this. Siddharth, will you like to respond, and then I'll go across to Shivam?
Let me tell you.
No, I think that shows the desperation of Congress to ride piggyback somewhere, either with AAP or Congress. BJP and AAP has clearly said that we are fighting these elections.
It seems that Congress is still hopeful. Do you think कहीं कुछ दिल में बदलाव हो सकता है आम आदमी पार्टी की तरफ से? अब तो संजय झा खुद बता रहे हैं.
Congress, Griha, it's like asking Prithvi Shaw how...
Hina, let me just correct you.
Sorry. Hina, it's like asking Prithvi Shaw, how are you going to perform in Australia? He's not in the team. Hina, for 8 years, since 2015, Congress has been zero in Delhi. You are asking Prithvi Shaw, how is he going to perform? I know what Prithvi Shaw can do. He will do his best to somehow talk with Jai Shah and get himself into the team. That's what Congress is trying to do with BJP.
Okay. Siddharth, you've made your point. I know Sanjay Jha also wants to respond, but before that, Shivam Chhabra, respond to what Sanjay Jha had to say. Because according to him, this so-called Gujarat model doesn't seem to be working for the people of this country. I just wonder then, why are people still voting? Look at the recently concluded elections in Maharashtra, in Haryana, and many other states. And of course, at the national level, it's the third time NDA government has come back to power.
See, I can fully sympathize with what Sanjay Bhai says. And I think when I say Bhai, I say it out of courtesy. Siddharth Bhai, I can say this for you also. I've got no hard feelings against you, but I'm only saying whatever against your ideology. What is interesting to see is, Hina, the misgovernance that has prevailed in my Delhi for past 10 years. Not a single school has been built. Not a single college has been built. Not a single university has been, yes, Kejriwal has actually come up with a university, but only on papers. The VC was appointed only on papers. Not a single. That is the Shiksha model of Aadmi party. They don't have anything to sell. That is how they have come up with so-called poll planks, somewhat like 2,100 for the women, 18,000 Samman Nidhi to pujaris and pandits. Ask them, they are still in power. What makes them, basically what stops them, I would say, to probably implement that scheme right now? What stops them?
Siddharth Sharma, quick response, and then Sanjay Jha.
It's more of a poor promise than anything else.
Quick response, Hina. Aam Aadmi Party is providing free education to 18 lakh children in 22,000 new classrooms after opening 3 new universities, 6 new university campuses and 11 vocational centers. Now contrast this with what BJP has presided over. 7 lakh student dropouts in Uttar Pradesh, 37 lakh school dropouts across India. If this is true, then it seems what our mythology says was really right. Ravana did really come in the guise of sage to kidnap Sita. Basically, BJP Pradhanji was right today when he said that there is an Aap'da, disaster unfolding for BJP in Delhi. There is a real Aap'da for BJP in Delhi, and their sorrow is that there is no officer in Delhi because the Ashirwad is with Aam Aadmi Party. If someone used to talking about and Bihari DNA...
Okay, one at a time, gentlemen. I'll give you equal time. One at a time, gentlemen. Quickly finish your point, Siddharth, then Shivam Chhabra, then Mr. Rajgopalan, and lastly, Sanjay Jha.
Yeah, just 10 seconds, Griha. If someone used to talking about Bhais and Bihari DNA as to speak about governance, it indeed is an Aap'da for him.
Okay.
On top of it, BJP neither has a CM face nor the ability to get Delhi rid of gangster rule. So there is definitely a disaster.
Okay, Mr. Shivam Chhabra, your response.
No, I am only saying that misgovernance has prevailed in Delhi. You are seeing this. It's crystal clear. That is the Aap'da in Delhi. There is nothing to hide. We have got nothing to hide. If they are the desperate efforts of the Arvind Kejriwal and his government to probably come back into the game, but unfortunately the people of Delhi realize the fact that Aadmi Party has ruined the state of affairs in Delhi. Pollution, top. Corruption, top. The misgovernance, top. Poor health facilities, top. What on top you need? You are number one, sir. I have got no problem. You stay the number one. No problem. Kindly spare Delhi.
Okay.
And as Sanjay Ji said, what Gujarat model could do, I just want 10 seconds to respond to him.
Okay.
Sir, Gujarat model has done wonders. Don't forget Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan. Don't forget Haryana. Don't forget Chhattisgarh. Don't forget Karnataka. Don't forget Jammu and Kashmir. Don't forget that, sir. I can fully sympathize with you, the kind of reaction the people of country are given to your party.
Quick response, Mr. Sanjay Jha. Quick response, Mr. Sanjay Jha.
My short answer is that the BJP has not won in Delhi for a reason, right? The people of Delhi have voted them in the Lok Sabha, I agree, but they don't trust them to run the government on issues. They win it on national security and the hype they create over nationalism. Siddharth is absolutely right. Now, here is the truth. Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress are part of the India Alliance. Because they're also contesting, there will be a rhetoric and skirmish. But Siddharth and the Congress and Siddharth and I will be on the same side because Aam Aadmi Party will lose some seats, the Congress will gain some. The BJP, I think, will be wiped out. And I think will be a happy reunion of the Aam Aadmi and Congress together post the verdict.
Well, I'm, quite surprised at the hopes that you have because we also have seen a situation wherein the Aam Aadmi Party literally gave an ultimatum to other ally partners in the INDI bloc that Congress party should be expelled with the kind of, complaints that were given. Mr. R. Rajgopalan, both the leaders today also accused each other and Arvind Kejriwal specifically mentioned that because Prime Minister Modi did not have anything substantial in terms of development-related work that has happened in Delhi to talk about, and that's the reason why about 39 odd minutes he used only to abuse the Aam Aadmi Party. But many believe that there isn't much with the Aam Aadmi Party also to talk about, as the only things that they are doing right now is giving free cash to people of different communities.
The metro expansion, the second airport near Delhi, Jewar, and plus RTS, what is that from Meerut to Delhi, the speed train. These are all certain things done by Modi. Even in Delhi metro, Aam Aadmi Party refused to contribute. You remember that. This BJP spokesman failed to mention that. Second, my understanding is, Aap'da to Arvind Kejriwal ka jarur hai because 18 ministers have been sacked in the last 10 years. I have a list. Second, 8 ministers have gone to jail, including Satyendra Jain and Manish Sisodia himself, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. There was a fight. What about this Swati Mewal story? Why she was beaten up? These are all things will come up. Everyone will dig it up. Second, finally, I say, they are all drum beating about the model of Delhi school model, vagara. What did Congress spokesperson say? Gundu Rao, Karnataka minister, it's a flop show. You remember, Gundu Rao visited all the schools in Delhi and said in front of Arvind Kejriwal, he said, because Congress and AAP will never go together. Sanjay Jha may be in dreams because he is going to create a problem for Punjab Congress and also for Sandeep Dikshit. Already he has been suspended. Now second suspension he is expecting. Second, finally I would like to say, BJP is on the edge. My understanding is 55 to 60 seats BJP will easily get.
55 to 60, well, that's quite interesting, and that has made Siddharth also laugh. Any word that you would like to make on what Mr. R. Rajgopalan said? Any response?
Yeah, the BJP ecosystem started on a high horse of 400 par and ended up as a lame duck prime minister with on two crutches at 2.40. Now it was baffling on 2 points today, Heena, and I'll end with that. One baffling point was that the 56-inch Hindu Hriday Samrat did not say that he will give 21,000 rupees to the Hindu priests across India.
Okay.
That was one very baffling point. The second baffling point was the Deputy Prime Minister of India, Mr. Advani, when Mr. Vajpayee was the government, he moved a resolution in the parliament saying that Delhi will be given full statehood. The BJP's Pradhanji today was silent on that. This is the two deafening silences.
Well, eventually, it's the people of Delhi who are going to decide as to who is the real Aap'da. We heard both the leaders today, and we can just tell our viewers that from here on, the political temperature in Delhi is just going to spike, even though weather is getting colder. I'd like to thank all my guests for joining us. Shivam Chabra, Mr. R. Rajgopal, and Mr. Sanjay Jha and Mr. Siddharth Sharma. Appreciate all of you for joining us here on The Nation Wants to Know. Heading into a short break, more on the other side.